Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Tony Ortiz here, back again with another This Week in Brave Exvius, the first one of 2023. We're here on January 4th, and it's going to be a short episode today. There is absolutely nothing going on this week. We didn't even have maintenance, so there's not going to be much to talk about. However, what we will do is to try to fill up some time is talk about some of the stuff that we are getting this month and next week slash tomorrow. As you know, we record the show Wednesday night before maintenance. We kind of review the whole week. And since there's nothing to review this week, we'll just kind of, I don't know, I guess talk about next week because we have nothing else to talk about. As always, you can always catch us over here live on Twitch TV. If you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and check the description box down below. That will give you the link to the stream. You can check us out when we record the show live, and on the other days when we go live and we stream this, we stream other mobile games, retro, sometimes some AAA stuff here and there. Final Fantasy 14, all kinds of stuff like that. All right, so we got another week of Clash of Wills. It's still awful. No fixes to it, as predicted, since there was no maintenance. So this one's the first one in, I don't know, like 8 or 9 months that I won't rank one. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of disappointing, but they just made a really bad fight. It's all about RNG. They locked you out of using a lot of your good units that are only a month old. And they basically just took a dump on all of our chests and said, "Hey, here, Merry Xmas with, this big ball of garbage." So what are you gonna do? We got one new unit. She is literally the Christmas unit from JP from last year, so 2021. No updates, so I think that kind of explains itself. I don't even think we should talk about her. And then that's it. That's all we got. So nothing new in terms of event wise. We're still farming the same stuff from the week before. And that's it. Raid. And we had a box event this week. Box event came in. Same old, same old. It's Final Fantasy 7. Here it is. And then there's a daily as well. It's the same old stuff. There's no point in talking about it. So that's it for this week. We got our January monthly bulletin a couple days ago. Looks like we're going to get another one of those special adventure crest passes where there's more bang for your buck in here. It's going to have the 10 tickets. It's also going to have mystery crystals, and I think it's got a crown. Yeah, it's got a crown here at the bottom and an eraser Gigantor. So that's something I don't think we used to get at all with anything. But yeah, so this one, if you want to pick up a crest pass, this one's a little bit more worth it. We had one, I want to say in October, that was like this, where it was more stuff. It was mystery crystals and so on. So that's coming. Oh yeah, they have all the news right there on that one little slide. All right, keep going down. The Clash is going to be Beast Demon, main weakness Dark. They always put the main weakness listed first. And then Fire and Ice. So at least your the unit you pulled from the Clash last month isn't technically dead on element lock alone, but they could be technically dead depending on the mechanics of the fight. As we saw that we only got to use near units for one Clash. You really didn't get to use near units for this Clash. You're not going to get to use near units for next Clash unless there's a dark support in between now and when Clash of Wills comes out that just blows the roof off. The dark support that's slated for JP would be way early if we got it. In between now and 3 weeks from now. So I wouldn't bet on that. I suppose you may be able to shoehorn in Dark Fina, but if you put Dark Fina in, you're wasting a spot for her because she's not going to do any damage. And then does she have the support to really warrant being there? I don't know. It is a demon, so Sylvie's going to be able to support you. It's tough to say. It really depends on the mechanics. Like, we used to be able to kind of figure it out. But then this last Clash of Wills just kind of again, took that big dump. So, if there's more RNG, this boss also heals itself and its buffs increase. So it buffs itself with increased strength. You're probably going to have to take Sylvie to strip that attack buff, I would imagine. Maybe you can find room for Dark Fina. I don't know. It's going to be tough to say. I don't know if she has a field, though. I think Renoa does, so you might have to squeeze her in. This one's going to be tricky. If it is the first clash in a new season though, so it might be pretty easy in terms of like stats. And if that's the case, you could just go fire. You know, you could just bring Sakiko, fire field, imbue everybody up, and just slam it. You know, from there we'll see how it goes. But I'm imagining they're doing this healing stuff and they're doing this buff stuff so that you can't bring Golbez into Clash Wills, which is again weird that they want to stifle your creativity and all that, and I'll let you beat it how you want to beat it. But you know they haven't removed the EX system, and that's a huge stifling to creativity. So you know it is what it is. Dark Visions. We don't really need to talk about this too much. We'll just talk about the last boss here. Ice Lightning Dark. This is pretty good. Now there's a bunch of ice support in the game. None of it's incredible, but you know it's here. Lightning. We have Sylvie, of course, so this should be pretty easy to get a good score on. The problem is it's not shared, of course. It's a regular Dark Vision, so you will have to try your hardest here. But if you get top 2,000, it looks like you get the max reward on Dark Matter. So that shouldn't be too hard for a lot of people to shoot for. The only thing I worry about is they're not going to ban enough of the cheaters. And because they didn't ban enough of the cheaters last time. And, you know, there were people in the top 100 that were obviously cheating that did not get banned. So hopefully they remove those scores properly this time. It didn't really matter last time because it was like still the old rewards. It was, you know, whatever. But yeah, now that it's actually worth the dark matter and we have things that we want to buy with the dark matter, it's kind of important to actually be able to finish, you know, top 5K, top 2K if you can manage it. The only issue I think that we also might want to continue to bring up, I know I've said it before, is that this buff is over a year and a half late to the rewards. And we've gotten zero compensation for the 18 plus months of dark matter values being off. So, yeah, just kind of sucks. All right, next we've got a bunch of, you know, the typical stuff that comes along with DV. They're upgrading the EX coin shop to have different limits on stuff, so you can have unlimited relic purchasing. This is pretty awesome. This means now if you have a majillion coins, you can finally buy all the relics and try to max out your Esper boards. That's cool. They're also adding in a shop that lets you use Star Quartz. So, where is it? There we go. You'll be able to buy more guys if you need more of his belt. And you'll be able to buy some units you missed out on potentially, time limited. And you'll be able to buy some other stuff as well. Okay, let's put this to bed for once and for all. So, Shui Yu is how you say this. It's Chinese. Without the I, it would be Shu. With the I, it's Shui. Okay, it's very, very easy. I don't know why so many people screw this up. Just open up a Google Translate and just put the word in. You don't even have to translate anything else. You hit the little button on the bottom, it'll pronounce it for you. Shui. So, I don't know. Or play like any Dynasty Warriors game. I don't know what to tell people, but let's just take a look here real quick. So we don't know if she's going to be any good. She's locked to water. The only actual stat buff we are getting is 1,000 spirit and magic that we can see and a free 100 double hand, which is, I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't matter if none of the abilities change. She gets Warring Spirit finally. And then her LB, I think this is getting a morale damage modifier. Again, doesn't matter unless it's high enough of a modifier. And then we need to see. She's getting some demon killer stuff, but we need to see what the modifiers are on all of this. She doesn't get a group wide imbue, so she's already way behind. Other units. I get that they're upgrading her because we're going to do Chinese New Year in February. She's probably going to be back around, so maybe that means they're going to do more than just her. Maybe they're going to update another unit like Chow, along with giving us a new unit, and then when you pull her, you won't feel as bad maybe if you missed out on Titus or Ject, the premium water units. The one good thing to note though is her STMR is getting upgraded. So this 100% double hand will be on this staff. This is still going to be 20 magic short of where you want to be, but the 100% double hand's pretty cool because this isn't restricted to just her. And this could be handy. You'd much rather take the 20 flat hit than get in cap your double hand you know, than not. And if you don't have any copies of Lulu and her accessory, this is going to be cool to have one of these. If you have a Shui Yu. There's no way to pull her yet, other than this weird banner that's going to come with the card, which is limited. So like, there's only so many steps. But I'm sure she'll be back on the Chinese New Year banner. So if you wait like 4 or 5 weeks, you'll be able to pull her again. Steel Castle is getting reset. There are no good weapons this time. These are all crap. Just the way it is. We got Abscess Staff last time. There's no way you're ever going to get 2 decent weapons in a row. And let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the step up. So at the step up here, you'll be able to get Shui Yus in here, but you only get these 6 steps. This is 13, 16, 19,000 lapis total. And at the end, you get this card. And this card is pretty good. It's probably worth 19k. The problem is no one has the money or the lapis, laying around to pull this unless they're a whale. We all blew our lapis on Nier, of course. And then we also, most of us pulled for Ayaka as well. So if you were, unless you had, I had 200,000, okay, and I had 50,000 right now, and I pulled for both. I did I did 96k on, what do you call it, Nier, and then I did 42 for Ayaka, and then all the lapis I've earned from November to now, I blew on Xenogears in the middle. I didn't spend any money, of course, but I blew on Xenogears to do 1 pity lap, because thankfully with Xenogears, you only need to do 1 lap after the step up part. So that was actually a discounted rate, and I got my Ellie in the pulls, and then I was able to grab Satan with the pity and get both. So even then, I didn't spend as much as I might have had to if I wanted both units. And I literally only bought them because they're Xenogears units. I hate, and I didn't buy them again. I haven't spent money since like September. I think I bought maybe a Fountain of Lapis or 2, probably for October, November, and then that's been it. So yeah, this card, pretty interesting. We still need to see what the modifiers are on the ability in the middle here, but it's giving you the stats up front. It's giving you chain cap limit 50% instead of 100. I have no idea why. It's a really dumb idea. It's giving you this ice imbue. Like I said, this has to be 100%. If it's not really worth using. We'll see. And then if you're an FFB unit, you get 200 attack and magic TDH. This is probably best in slot for Starlight Elena, which it's kind of sad because like I really want this because I want to run Starlight Elena because Elena is probably my favorite original unit from this game. But 19,000 lapis just to be able to run a slightly stronger Elena when she's already pretty much not usable anywhere. I mean, her intrinsics are almost 6 months old, so she's just been losing power this whole time. And hybrid units aren't that good anyway. They're going to get nerfed even harder when the magic and physical damage locks come down for DV, which they're coming down in this DV, I believe. So, if a boss is weak to magic and you do a physical damage, it's going to take like infinitely less damage than, or exponentially is the better word. It's going to take exponentially less damage from a physical attack than it used to. So like, your Golbez Meteor is going, if it's not imbued, is going to hit like nothing. And then if it is imbued, it's still going to hit like nothing, but just a little bit better because it's a physical attack technically. just I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to have it, but I can't afford to spend 19K on it. I resolved after Xenogears to not spend any money whatsoever until they fix the state of this game to where they take it out of maintenance mode and start actively giving us the content that we should get, plus Clash of Wills having things not broken. They need to start delivering on stuff, and it sucks because by not giving them money, you don't give them the resources they need to hire more programmers and actually continue to build the product. But at the same time, if you continue to give them more money without, any kind of care, then they will not change anything. They will just continue to do the status quo and grab the cash. So it's a catch-22. It's one of those things where they have to either they have to basically be punished for their mistakes, and then you have to hope that the company decides to take action instead of just like end service on the game. That's the main problem with a lot of games, is that even when there's only these two scenarios, a lot of times what companies will do is they will just end service on this game, start a new game, and then repeat the cycle. And that's unfortunate, but that's where we are. All right, so is there anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all there was this week. It's a pretty short week. Before I send you guys off to go and have fun doing something else, I will show you real quick just something that I do every day, which is farming up the Esper ore here. And we might not have to do this anymore, depending on how good the buff is to the EX coin shop. So I think I have a majillion coins, but I don't know. So I just pick anybody, doesn't matter who. And I just make sure you take your party with either somebody has the steel materia or mug materia, or has the mug ability. So like Zon, Locke, there's a bunch of units that have it. Or you have Diablos here and you have the mug skill learned. And you take basically any party in here, and you just want to make sure you mug the boss before you kill it, or while you kill it. So, if you have all your actions queued up here. This is for like people who get towards the end game and they want to make their Espers hit harder and have more stats. So you can have mug right in on Diablos. You'll steal either 5 of the one element or the other element. Each fight is associated with 2 of each element, so you get I think it's green or blue, orange or white, black or purple, yellow or it's blue and green, orange and red, yellow and white, black and purple. So you get the 5 ore, then you just finish the fight with whatever else you want. Doesn't matter. These things have like no HP, and it's 100 energy, but it's 5 ore, so you have a lot of energy pots. You can spend a lot of energy pots. As you saw, I have a ton of energy pots. A ridiculous amount. I don't create a ton of content, so I don't usually have to use them to grind fights over and over again. So that's something that you might want to be doing if you are in the end game. If you're pushing Clash, you're pushing DV. Make sure you do these every day to get your free ore. Also, it's a good way to grab Super Sight if you don't have every Esper maxed out yet. And hopefully we'll see how the EX store works. Let's go take a look and see how many EX coins I have real quick, because I have no idea. 35,500. So we're probably definitely going to buy all relics with that. I don't see myself needing anything else that's going to ever show up in the EX coin shop again. I'm trying to think of... Yeah, I already spent all my obnoxious drops. So yeah, that's it. We probably won't get new Clash gear until, I'm guessing, the summer. We'll probably do Q1 and Q2 Clashes without new gear, even though we really should get a piece in the spring in Q2, because a lot of us, there's going to be a lot of people that already have like 10,000 sitting around right now. I don't even have all my Xenostone from COV and I'm well ahead of being able to just basically make a new item from scratch off the jump. So that's why I didn't really worry too much about this Clash of Wills. So we're gonna hang out afterwards on Twitch. We're gonna stream live, and we're gonna play a couple other games. And if you want to ever, like I said at the top of the video, if you want to come hang out, please follow the link in the description down below. Come hang out with us live. And no ads. I'm not a partner or affiliate. I never will be. Unless I get some kind of crazy, insane deal, which is never gonna happen. I just like to keep it easy and fresh and simple. Do this as a hobby. Never commit to it. As some way to make money or anything. And we reap the benefits of that on the viewer side. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff basically coming up. I've got a bunch of retro stuff lined up. I've got some other games lined up. And then in March, we will be diving full on into Last Epoch multiplayer. So hopefully that will launch stably and be fun. And yeah, that's what's on the docket for the winter and the spring. And yeah, if I don't see you guys on Friday for a bonus stream, I will see you Sunday this weekend. We're going to be playing some Final Fantasy IV. Take it easy.